Hello, Satnam. It's me, Shakti Sundari, back with you today for some more amazing wisdom and inspiration from Desire, the Tantric Path to Awakening by Daniel Odier. Today's video is entitled, Get Out of Your Mind and Into Your Body. No, actually, it's not. It's get out of your mind and into your bliss. But actually, the bliss comes through the body. Yeah. So, two things are in that title. First is get out of your mind. How do we get out of our minds? Well, by practicing meditation, contemplation, and awareness in this present moment. How do we do that? Well, one really simple way to be present in this moment with our full awareness is to pay attention to what we are sensing in the body moment by moment. Then what happens is we're out of our minds, we're in our bodies, and we're experiencing oneness and bliss. Simple, right? That's why in my Awakening Shakti online course, which I haven't actually put on my website yet, but which is coming up sometime soon, the very first part of that course is about meditation practice. So people come and they think, oh, I want to awaken my Shakti and get really excited about connecting with their sexual energy and their power. And the first thing I say is, all right, well, let's first learn to be present. And there are different ways we can do that, but that's kind of an essential step to being fully alive. It's kind of feels like a contradiction, right? And at the same time, same thing in my Awakening Your Ecstatic Potential course, so many of the practices there are devoted to cultivating awareness and presence in the body rather than out of the body. So we're not aiming to leave the body and transcend, we're aiming to stay in the body and be present. It's quite a difference. And once again, that's why all of this tantric stuff is about staying in the body, not cutting ourselves off from the body, not putting the mind or consciousness as higher than the body. We need the body. We need this vehicle to experience the absolute reality. And that's what Daniel, what's his name again? Yeah, Daniel, I call him Daniel Odier has to say. So I'm going to read from chapter 13. The worlds are not split in two. The absolute is at the very heart of reality. So again, contradicting what so many traditional spiritual religious paths have taught us, particularly those that have been influenced by patriarchy and the masculine way of thinking, which is like transcend and like it's all up there and out of the body and out of the mind. It's not down here, which is dirty and mucky and emotional and chaotic, but actually it's here. It's right here. Yes. Everything is interconnected. Everything is at the same time image and reflection. The absolute, I'm going to repeat that, the absolute is at the very heart of reality. You don't need to go anywhere to find it. We are capable of living the reality of the world directly without the mental faculties incessantly deferring this enjoyment by coming in to comment on it, judge it, ensconce it in differentiation. That's what the mind likes to do. The monkey mind likes to categorize, put things into pairs, put things into opposites, and that's kind of the basis of duality. It's a function of the mind. It serves its purpose. However, it's also limiting our connection with actual absolute reality at the same time. So that's why we practice meditation and forms of cultivating our awareness as part of Tantra, and why it's so important, and why I always say to somebody, if you want to be a better lover, go and meditate, then come back. It's such a foundational aspect of ecstatic living and loving. Okay. The naked awareness that allows sensations, emotions, and thoughts not to become fixed or frozen within us is what we can contact during contemplation or meditation. Everything starts by the examination of what is, that is, our trouble, our difficulty in perceiving all things in the moment. Presence to agitation is the opening towards peacefulness. So even when your mind's going cuckoo crazy and you're feeling all kinds of emotions, rather than trying to repress them, stop them, judge them, tell them to go away, all you need to do is welcome them and breathe. And then they will shift of their own accord. So says Daniel Odier, we never try to change, to adopt a new way of behaving. We never try to change, to adopt a new way of behaving. Doesn't that go against the grain of so much spiritual stuff about how we're striving constantly to be better and, you know, learn this and heal that? No striving towards anything. Instead, we try only to allow our awareness to descend towards what is really happening within us. That's the challenge. That's not easy. It requires absolute honesty, and it's kind of like a muscle that we have to cultivate, that capacity to be aware of what's happening for us moment by moment in our bodies, in our emotions, in our minds, to notice, to witness. That is a muscle we must cultivate with practice. But when we're able to bring our awareness towards what is happening, things change. That's really what great healers do. They're simply present. They empty out and they just simply hold space. We will notice that this presence is sufficient for putting an end to whatever is blocking the fluidity of life. It's kind of what I just said. Great healers, they don't try and do something. They don't try and put something in you. No, they just empty themselves out, actually, and become pure and empty. And that emptiness often is enough to allow your healing to begin or continue. Thus, in this peace and silence, we see clearly our troubled and confused reality. We grasp the fact that this trouble is linked to the dynamic of our agitated mind. Mind, thought, crazy, create, so much drama, so much confusion, so much chaos. Our agitated mind, which incessantly judges, classifies, accepts, rejects, flees, or attempts to grab hold of events. A calm awareness will cause us to come into contact with a different reality, that the body has an unlimited capacity for being in tune with the world with extraordinary precision, grace, and spontaneity. If we stop blocking it by our thought, which always defers to doubt, to others' views, to guilt, to the fundamental fear of being nothing, this turns everything on its head. And once again, from my perspective as a teacher of the divine feminine, as a priestess of the goddess, I love these words so much because the body has been so denied for so long in history, and the body is actually the key to this. And I identify the body and our embodiment as an aspect of the feminine. So for all men, for all women, it's like stop the crazy mind, become aware, listen to the body, stay in tune with the body, and you're there. Again, I know that makes it sound really simple, and from experience, I know that it's not, but all the practices that I embrace and that I teach, yoga, Kundalini yoga and meditation and Tantra and dance, these are all part of that path of cultivating that embodied awareness. Here is a quotation from the Hevjara Tantra. In the absence of the body, where is there bliss? For without the body, it is not possible to speak about bliss. Says Daniel Odier, when we lose the whole idea of the impurity of the body, then this bliss finds its home in us. Then this bliss finds its home in us. Yay, that's it. So get out of your mind and into your body and into your bliss. That's it. That's part of the way of living tantrically. If you've got questions, if you've got comments, please post them below. I'd love to read them and engage with you. And if you want to know about my online courses and awakening your ecstatic potential or work with me one-to-one, have a look at my website. I pointed the right way this time too. www.shaktisundari.com. Thank you for watching. Much love. Satnam. Yay.